Hello, this is Kevin with Easy Step Investing, and this will be a video where I break down how the position exchange platform works. Now, it's not going to be extremely detailed. I'm not going to talk about all the details and mechanics of the application, but I will show you how to use position exchange to make money, because that's why we're here. Now, if you want to understand or learn about the mechanics and details about position exchange, you're going to want to come down to the documentation here, which is very detailed, or you can look at the white paper, which is here. Now, the white paper is really an overview of how position exchange works. So it introduces you to the platform to get you started. But once you become a serious investor into position exchange, you're going to want to take a look at the documentation, because this is where you're going to really learn the mechanics in terms of the RFI technology, where you earn 1% rewards just for holding POSI tokens, the POSI tokenomics, as far as how the POSI tokens are distributed amongst the community, the team, and also the platform itself, and also the other products that are available on the platform itself. So that's what the documentation is all about. And once you become a serious investor, you're going to want to take a look at this. But for quick review of position exchange, you can take a look at the white paper. Now, in this video, like I said, it's not going to be detailed, but I'm going to show you how position exchange works so you can know how to use it to make money. Okay, now we're going to go over all of the products that are offered on position exchange, but let's start with the trading platform here. Now, the trading platform is a trading protocol where investors will be able to buy derivatives or futures. Now, what are derivatives? Now, derivatives, according to Investopedia, is a term that refers to a type of financial contract or financial security whose value is dependent on an underlying asset, group of assets, or benchmark. Now, the underlying assets could be, we'll scroll down here, stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies, interest rates, and market indexes. Now, essentially what it's doing is these financial securities are commonly used to access certain markets and may be traded to hedge against risk. So what position exchange is doing is allowing people who would like to be on a decentralized exchange position, or POSI, is allowing them to access markets that are normally on centralized exchanges. And those are your stocks and your bonds. And we're talking about Tesla stock, Facebook stock, Microsoft, the GameStops, and with commodities, rice, beans, oil, gold. Position exchange is going to have a derivative or futures contract for every single, I can't say every single stock or asset, but for assets that you will find on your centralized exchanges. Now, stop here and think about the impact. Think about how many investors are going to be drawn to this feature. Now, when I talked to the co-founder of POSI yesterday, I was thinking about the roadmap. And on their roadmap, they actually have a goal to achieve 5 million users by next year. And right now, we only have about 3,000. And your best decentralized application, which is PancakeSwap, has about 73,000. When they said 5 million, I wasn't too sure how they can do that. But when you think about the trading protocol, it makes sense that they can achieve 5 million users. And it's because POSI is going to be tapping into a market of investors that the rest of DeFi applications have not tapped into yet. Now, Binance did have stock tokens on their platform, but they removed it because of some regulation that came out. However, Position Exchange is actually going to be working around that, I'm assuming, since they are going to be launching the trading protocol soon. But everything that Binance was trying to do, POSI is actually doing it. So they're going to be bringing in a lot of new investors into this decentralized space. And this is why the co-founder, James, has given a price target of $100. And he said that is easy. Now, look here, we're at $3 now. And once this trading platform launches, these co-founders and developers are looking for the position exchange token to go to $100. I don't know if it's going to be next month, 2 months from now, or the end of next year, but it will eventually go there. And my plan is to accumulate. And I'm going to show you how I'm doing that in this video. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the exchange. Now, once you're ready to invest into position exchange, you're going to need to buy the POSI token. So let's say that you go to a Coinbase, or you go to a crypto.com, or you go to a Binance exchange, centralized exchange, and you buy BNB from that exchange. Once you buy BNB from that exchange, you would have to send that to your MetaMask wallet. And I have videos covering how you can do that. Now, once you get your BNB on the MetaMask wallet, you're going to see your balance here in the MetaMask. Now, once you have that, you're going to have to trade your BNB for POSI if that's what you want to do. Okay. And you can do that right here on the exchange. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. You can look at the white paper to learn a little bit more what this is about as far as how to set your slippage rate and stuff like that. I normally just go with the recommended slippage rate, which could affect the price. But you would swap your tokens here for BNB, for POSI, or you can even create liquidity tokens. And we'll talk about what these liquidity tokens are for later, because you actually use this to stake and earn interest off of them. Okay. So that's your exchange. Now POSI actually created the Exchange Pro recently, and I was a little bit confused because I thought that this was the actual trading protocol, but this is just an advanced version of the exchange that I just showed you, and this is amazing. Okay, they have the exchange, and then they have the Exchange Pro, and then they have the trading protocol for derivatives and futures. But yeah, this is the Exchange Pro if you want to get a little bit more detailed as far as finding the best time to buy and sell one token for another. So I'm really happy to see this. This is going to really help users to make the best decisions with the crypto to make sure that they're not making a bad trade when exchanging. Okay, so that's how the exchange works there. That's your exchange and your Exchange Pro, and they call the first one I showed you the classic swap. Okay, so that's that. The next one is the vault. Now, the vault is a place where you can actually stake your tokens, and the two tokens that they have available for staking is your BUSD and your BNB. Now, I actually started with this BUSD staking because I was impressed with the APY, of course, which right now it's at 11,000%. And daily, if you bring up the calculator, it shows you what that is daily. And right now it's at 1.31%. Okay. And it goes up all the way up to 365 days. But every single stake that you have is going to have a different reward system. So the BUSD APY 11,000, and they do auto compounding. Now, what the auto compounding is after each day, I believe 24 hours, or actually the auto compound is here. They have a timer clock here. So once this time expires here, the system would do an auto compound. That means that whatever your rewarded balance is, they will compound that back into your account. And this is going to help you to take advantage of the power of compounding, of course. And this is why you see such an incredible APY, because this factors in your compounding interest. And this auto compound is for people that may not have time to check their account every single day. So they made this, they put this here for the convenience for those type of people. But you can actually use the vault for the BUSD token or the BNB token. As you can see, the BUSD token and APY is a lot better than the BNB. Now, if you look at the top, they have what you call a bounty. And the bounty is basically connected to this auto compound, because the auto compound does not actually take place by itself. Somebody has to actually activate it. And the way this auto compound is activated after the countdown is somebody, one of the members of the community who's invested in the vault, has to actually click the claim button. And when they click the claim button and the smart contract determines who that person is, that person is rewarded the claimed amount. So right now, the claimed amount, which is your bounty, is 71 drip tokens, and the value is $223. So that person that clicked the claim button first, they'll be rewarded the bounty, and that would initiate the auto compound function in the vault. So this is the vault. You can go ahead and do your own research, take a look at this and find out if this would be a better option for you to stake your these two tokens. And of course, you would have to have one or the other in your MetaMask wallet. You could have your BNB here, or you would have your BUSD here. And of course, a smart contract will read that because you connect your MetaMask to the contract, and that balance would actually populate when you're ready to stake. Okay, so that's the vault product here, and let's see what's next. Farming. Now, in the farming contract, this is where I really got involved with POSI. I thought that this farming contract was very profitable because I wasn't familiar with the NFT pool, and I thought that the farming was better than the vaults. And the reason I didn't like the vaults, let me go back here, is because they do have a deposit fee, and I believe that deposit fee is like 10%, and also they may even have a withdrawal fee. But when you look at the farming function here or product here, there's no deposit fee at all for the POSI BUSD pair or the POSI BNB pair, and that's what really attracted me to the farming function. Now, currently the APY for the POSI BUSD is 11,000% and POSI BNB is 5,000%. And you can pull up the calculator and see that this is 1.3% and this one is 1.1%. Now, I actually earned quite a bit of money from this one, but when you're ready to stake in this pool here, unlike the vault is a single asset stake. Okay, so all you need is BUSD. But if you want to invest in the farm, you have to actually have a pair of POSI and BUSD. And this is called a liquidity token or liquidity pair, LP token. So you would have to actually mint or create an LP token, which you would stake here in the farm. And the way you do that is by using the exchange. I don't think you can use the Exchange Pro, but I'm just going to show you how to actually create a liquidity token with the classics or with the traditional or classic exchange. Now, here's the liquidity. Now, once you have POSI and let's say BUSD, we'll go with that LP. You have to make sure you have POSI and BUSD. But let's say that you only have POSI and you don't have BUSD to create the LP token. That means that you have to come over to the swap and take your POSI and sell and swap your POSI for a certain amount of BUSD, which has to be enough, which has to be a 50-50 split. So you have to sell 50%. Say if you want to stake all your POSI, you have to sell 50% of your POSI for BUSD. And once you have a 50-50 split between your POSI and BUSD, and then you can actually create your LP token. So you'll actually do that swap from here. And then once you have an equal amount of POSI and BUSD, you'll click add liquidity to create the LP token. And once you have the LP token and the transaction is confirmed, you'll see your LP token balance here in your MetaMask, which mine populates down here somewhere. Let me see. It may come up under Cake LP, and that's because the liquidity is coming from the Pancake Swap liquidity pool. Okay, but it'll be here in your MetaMask, and POSI platform will actually be able to read that. And once you have your LP token, you'll come back over to the farm and click approve, of course, and then stake LP. And once you stake, you'll begin earning a daily reward of whatever is listed here. So that's how the farming pool works. I'll go over strategies and things of that later on how you can profit the most from POSI using this. But I think the best benefit of using the farm is that it doesn't have a deposit fee. So there's no fee for getting into the farm, and there's no fee for getting out of the farm. So that's what I think is the best feature about the farm compared to the other features on the position exchange. So that's farming. So let's go over to the pools here. Now the pool, we have the POSI pool and the POSI NFT pool. And the POSI pool is a single asset stake with the POSI token. Okay, so you only need to have POSI. You don't have to create an LP. You'll just take your POSI balance and you can stake that in this pool here. Now, as you can see, the APY is not nearly as high as the other stakes on position exchange, but people may want to get into this stake here because of the RFI reflection reward that you can receive. And this is your RFI is a reflective reward for everyone that holds the POSI token. So you don't have to stake as long as you hold POSI in your wallet, you don't have to stake it. You don't have to do anything with it. Everyone holding POSI is entitled to get a 1% reflective reward. Okay, so that's just one benefit of having the POSI token, and a benefit of staking your POSI in here. So you'll get the 1% from staking, or the 0.28% for staking in this pool, but you'll also get your 1% RFI or reflective reward. And I'm not sure, I think this is distributed, this 1% is distributed across everyone who's in this pool and who is simply just holding their POSI tokens in their wallet. So you're not getting a full 1%. And that 1% comes from every transaction that's made on the exchange, on position exchange, but you're not getting the full 1% every time there's a transaction. That 1% from that transaction is actually just equally distributed to everyone who's entitled to receive that reflective reward. So that's how that works. And that's the benefit of this pool, despite it not having a high APY. Okay, now the POSI NFT pool. This is where I put all of my money. And I did that because I determined that this is the best way that you can maximize profits with position exchange. As you can see, the APY is 13,000%. That's 1.36% per day for now, okay, because that will fluctuate. And that percentage of 13,000%, 13,900% compared to the farm is, the highest one is 11,000, and the vault is 11,000 as well. So the NFT pool has the highest APY, and the reason it's the highest is because the founders want to attract more people to come and stake into the NFT pool, because this is what they're using to support the price. So if you look at the ticker here, the POSI ticker, and you scroll down to locked balance, I have 3,538 POSI, and which is valued at 11,128. Now, this amount is what I have staked in the NFT pool. So when you stake into the NFT pool, you're actually locking your money here, meaning that you cannot simply just put your money in here and take it right back out, which you can do that on the farm here with POSI BUSD and POSI BNB. You can put your money in with no fee, and you can take your money out at any time with no fee. Okay, but when it comes to this pool here, you can't do that. There's no deposit fee, but there is a harvest fee for taking your money out, and you cannot take your money out at any time. That amount you put in is actually locked for a certain period of time, and I'll actually explain how that works. Now, the way that you actually stake in the NFT pool is that you have to buy an NFT, okay? And the way you buy the NFT is you have to go over to the NFT, well, you can go to the NFT Marketplace, or you can go over here to NFTs. So let's start with the NFT Marketplace. At the NFT Marketplace, this is where people who, investors in POSI, actually sell their NFTs. And you would buy these NFTs with POSI, and they tell you the amount, the price of the NFT, and it gives you the mining power. Now, the par value is the amount that was used to buy the NFT, or just the amount that was used to buy the NFT originally. Okay, the latest price is the price that you would actually buy the NFT, because this is an auction, and the mining power is the amount that you will be able to earn interest on once you stake the NFT in the pool. So this is the auction where people who are investors in Position Exchange actually put up their NFTs. So you will buy these NFTs here just based on whatever you think, whichever NFT you think will be best for you to stake. So once you can buy from the auction, or you can buy from the market. Now, the market is pretty much at a set price. It's not going to fluctuate based on the bids for the NFT. So they just give you a set price here. For instance, this farmer sales price is 54 POSI. It was purchased at 50.547, and the mining power, which is the amount on which you will earn interest, is 59 POSI. And this is where investors are actually selling the NFTs that they purchase. So you can put up your NFTs for auction, or you can buy and sell your NFTs here at the market. Okay. Now, another feature of NFTs is casting. So you can buy from the auction, or you can buy and sell from the marketplace, or you can actually mint your own NFT. And the way you mint your own NFT is by using whatever POSI balance you have here. You can use a certain amount and put that into the par value. Now, once you put you determine how much POSI you want to use, you'll put that amount here in the POSI par value field and click Cast NFT. And when you cast NFT, you're actually creating your own NFT based on the amount of POSI you put in here. And once you do that, it'll randomly select an NFT, and you'll get either one of these NFTs, which have a different level. Now, the higher the level NFT you get, the greater the mining power. So that means that I might put in 10 POSI, and the NFT par value would be 10. But if I get a boss, the efficiency, it might be 180%. So that'll be 10 times 180%, which we can do that now. Let's see what that would be. 10 times 180%. 1.8. That means it'll be 18. So that means I would have got an additional 8 POSI tokens since I was awarded a boss NFT. So this is one way you can really increase your earning potential, okay, by buying these NFTs. And this is a big reason why I chose to go with the NFT pool. And here's all of my NFTs. I have 2 pages of NFTs here that I have staked. And the reason I did that is because I tried to kind of spread my chances across, of getting an engineer, a pilot, or a boss by buying more NFTs. But once you actually have your NFTs, you'll go down to your NFTs here, and you'll click stake. And then once you stake your NFT, it'll actually be put into the NFT pool. Let me see if this will come up. 1 second here. Go down to the pools. Okay, and it'll populate here in the NFT pool, and you'll see your total power stake. And as you can see, it doesn't say total par value stake, but it says total power stake. So as you can see, I have 3,538 POSI tokens staked in the NFT pool, but based on the NFT cards that I was awarded, I actually have a higher power. So although I have 3,538, I have an additional 700 POSI tokens using this pool. And on this higher balance, I'm actually earning more POSI tokens every day. And as you can see, the amount that I have here earned, this is just 1 day of POSI tokens that I earned. I earned $164 worth of POSI today. Okay, so I'm really capitalizing on these the high APY that we have here. Now, if you want to determine how much you would earn based on how much POSI you stake in this pool, you can go down to the POSI calculator. Okay, so if you have or the staking calculator, if you have a 100 POSI, which is $314, that means that you will earn $31 per week with an APY of 13,902. Now, what would that be per day? So we bring up the calculator. If we earn $31.21 per day, we'll put that here and divide that by 7. That means that we're earning $4.46 per day. Now, for me, per day, and annually, if you factor in compounding, you will earn $43,000 with only 100 POSI tokens, which is $314. After 1 year, you will have $43,711. Now, in my case, I have 4,279 POSI. That means I'm earning $1,337 per week. And we put that in here to find out how much I'm earning per day. 1,337 divided by 7. That means I'm earning $191 per day. And the reason I'm earning so much is because the price of POSI has went up. Okay, so right now I'm earning $191 per day. Now, that's why I'm just so happy with Position Exchange. It's really changed my life and changed how I view just the potential of investing in decentralized finance. But this is how much I'm making every single day for right now. And that's because the price of POSI went up. And I mean, there were times when the price was actually higher and I wasn't making this much. And that's because I had less POSI tokens. And this wouldn't be possible if I was afraid to buy at higher prices. I wasn't. I believe in the project, so I'm not afraid to buy at whatever price we're at. Because I don't just buy at a certain price. I buy within a certain price range. Okay, because I understand the project and I know where this project is headed. Now, when I added an additional $2,000 to POSI around $3.50. It may have been around here somewhere, or it may have been around $3.65, maybe a little higher. But I added $2,000 into POSI, and I knew the price was going to drop. Okay, let me take this off. But I knew the price was going to drop when I invested at these prices. And that's because I didn't want to have to wait. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't want to have to wait about 5 to 6 days for price to get down to where I knew it was going to reverse. Okay, because that would have been 5 to 6 days, which I could have been earning interest every single day. And as you can see, I'm earning like over $100 to $200 every day. So I didn't want to miss out on $600, $700, even $1,000 just because I'm waiting to buy at a lower price. So what I did, I went ahead and just put in an additional $2,000 up here, knowing that the price is going to drop, so I can begin earning interest. And as I'm earning interest, the price doesn't even have to come back up to its original price for me to break even on my last purchase. So that's how that works. It doesn't matter. You want to be able to buy within a price range. And once you buy in a certain price range, your dollar cost and averaging, you're actually reducing your average cost for the POSI that you bought. And then once POSI begins to reverse, you'll be earning a lot more per day than you did earlier than what you had before. Okay, so that's how the NFT pool works, and this is the staking. And as you can see, POSI has really changed my life. Okay, it's really changed my life, and I'm doing very, very well with this. But as you can see, with the APY, if it maintains the same APY for an entire year, and I'm collecting $191 per day, after 1 year, I will have $1,869,000. Now, in order for me to earn this in 1 year, it'll have to maintain this APY. But we're not going to maintain this APY. The APY is going to drop when these new investors begin to come into position exchange. And the reason the APY drops is because there'll be more people that the more people who are staked in the pool. That means that the amount of money that's in the pool that percentage would have to be distributed to more people. So since the amount in the pool has to be distributed to more people, that means that each person is going to get a lower amount each day. So as more people come into position exchange and stake into the NFT pool and farming, the APY is going to get lower. But the thing is, if the APY drops, even though the APY drops, since more people are coming into position exchange, that means that the price of POSI is going to go up. Okay, so let's go over a quick example. Let's say that right now, let's go back up to the overview. Right now, the APR for NFTs is at 497%. So let's say that the APR in 1 month is half of this. Okay, that would mean that the APR would be 248%. The daily APR would be 0.0068. Okay, now that's what I'm making every single day. And if we go to the pool, the current daily APR is 1.36%. And you can see how much I'm making per day. I'm at $166 at the current APR. But let's say that if POSI drops, if the APY drops down the daily to 0.0068, that means that I'll be making, if I have 4,079 tokens, my value is, let me put this in here, 4279 tokens. My value is 13,454. So that means that every day I'm making, let me put that in here, 13,454. That means that if the APR was to be half of the 459% or so, I would only be making $91. So I'll go from making $191 to making $91 once the APR drops from about 459% or so down to 250. Let me see here. Do I have it? 248%. Okay. If it drops down to 248% APR, I'll be making $91 a day. But here's the thing. As I said earlier, when more people come into POSI, the supply of the POSI token is going to go down. And they also have the buyback and burn function where they burn POSI tokens. So since more people are buying POSI tokens and they're burning POSI tokens, that means that there's going to be less POSI tokens in circulation. And when there's less POSI, that means that the token is more scarce. So that's going to drive the price higher against demand. So right now, my projection for POSI is about $58. But let's say that POSI goes back up to its all-time high. which is $7. Okay. And $7 is about right here. Okay. So let's say it goes back up to $7.64. So if the rate, my APR is 0.0068. Let's make this a percentage. That and the percent. Okay, I'm just going to have to punch this in myself. 0.0068. Okay, if that's my percentage, 0.0068. If POSI goes up to $7, that means that my 4,279 tokens will be worth more, right? 4,279 times 7 goes up to $7. Now, these tokens will be worth $29,953. Now, the APY dropped, but the price went up. And now I'm working with more money. And the APR that I'm getting is 0.0068. So I'll be making $203 per day. So although the APY dropped, the price goes up, and I was making $191, but now I'm making $203. Okay, so that's how that works. That's why it pays to be an early investor. Okay, so today we talked about the basic functions of position exchange, and like I said, I'm not going to get very, very detailed in terms of the documentation and white paper. You can look at that yourself, but that's how you can make money using position exchange. And there's a variety of strategies that you can use, and I guess I can talk about those as time goes on. But today we talked about the trading protocol, which is coming out, and we're going to see derivatives of stocks, bonds, and commodities, and other things on there, which is going to attract people from a new market that decentralized finance and cryptocurrency probably hasn't even really tapped into. They're going to be flooding into DeFi because of applications like position exchange. Then we have Exchange and Exchange Pro. We have the vaults, farming, and pools, and you can use either one of these to earn interest on the POSI tokens that you purchase. So that's basically how position exchange works and how you can use it to your advantage to make money. Now, if you don't have that much money, you're not going to see numbers like this, which I have here. But if you have time, and you're making money, you're working your job, you put away money on the side, you invest a little bit in here. You go back to work, get another paycheck, invest a little bit more. And as you invest that money, your money begins to work for you. So you're physically working, but your money is working at the same time. And if you can be consistent, be disciplined, and continue doing that, eventually your money will begin to outwork you. And then once your money begins to outwork you, you no longer have to physically work anymore, right? Now you can just rely on your money that's working for you. And that's basically what's happening to me. My money is working for me. And this isn't the only platform that I have. I also have Drip. Okay, let me go to Drip, because the Drip token is also doing exceptionally well. Okay, Drip community. So I have the position exchange where I'm making $191 per day, and I'm smart. I'm not going to take the full amount out every day. I'm going to let it accumulate and keep compounding. But I have my own strategy. You can have your own strategy. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I do. I take out small amounts. Sometimes I'll deposit all of it. But I have my position exchange where I'm making $191 per day. But I also have Drip. And now my Drip balance is up to 200 tokens. And I'm getting 2 tokens per day. And the value of my deposit balance is at $5,000. Now I started with 36 tokens, and now I'm at 200. And what I did is what I share with you. I will go to work, make money, but I will put money in here whenever I had some money available. Okay, and now I'm at $200. Okay, this is about 3 days of earning my 1% interest, and I have $150. Currently, Drip is trading at $25.32. Now, after I say about 3 months, I will have about 300 Drip tokens. And once I have 300 Drip tokens, what will that be? I'll be earning 3 Drip per day. 3 Drip per day times $24. Let's just say $24. I'm making about $72 per day. Okay. plus what I'm making with POSI currently, $191, that's $263. And I have another platform, which is high risk that I'm using, and I'm making about 40 something dollars per day from that. So currently, if once Drip is at 300, if the other ones are still making the same amount, I'll be making $300 per day. Now we know that that's not going to happen. It's going to be different, but I'm just giving you an idea of how this works, how you can make money using decentralized finance. Now this is my system, and the Easy Step system is basically in place that you can use it. You can do what I'm doing, or you can find your own strategy. You can find your own platforms. And if you find a platform that you're interested in, you can bounce it off me. Kevin, Easy Step, what do you think about this platform? Should I invest in it? Should I not? Or can you recommend other platforms? Okay, but this is how it works, and this is how you can make money. I highly recommend Position Exchange. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just showing you how this works, how you can make money, and how you can change your life. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be coming out with another video about this on different strategies and how to use Position Exchange and whatever else comes up. But until next time, this is Easy Step.